Today we're talking about possessive nouns and apostrophes. Now let's remember when to actually use apostrophes. The first reason to use an apostrophe is when a letter is missing in the short form. Like he is becomes he's. I do not becomes I don't. I have becomes I've. So you can see underlined the letters we deleted. The second reason is to show that something belongs to someone. Marina's book. The book belongs to Marina. Deanna's video. The video belongs to Deanna. So note the position of the apostrophe on the name. Now we will focus in more detail on apostrophes used for possession to show that something belongs to someone. Let's have a look. Now when you have a question like, whose book is this? Your answer will be, this is Marina's book. You'll notice that the apostrophe goes on the name of the person who owns the book, which is Marina in this case. You'll notice when we have names of people, we add apostrophe S to the end of the name, like Marina's book. You'll notice we do something very similar with singular nouns. We add apostrophe S to the end of the noun. For example, the dog's bone. This is only one dog, so we put apostrophe S at the end of the noun. But if we have plural nouns, meaning more than one, we add S apostrophe, so the apostrophe goes after the S. For example, I have 3 dogs at home. The dog's toys are wet. Now we have to be careful with plural nouns, so let's look at them in a little bit more detail. Now the first thing I want to remind you of is that normal, regular plural nouns already have S at the end of the word. And of course there are certain spelling rules you need to remember to identify when something is a plural noun with regular form, because sometimes we add S, ES and IES. So rewatch Grammar Episode 2 to remember these spelling rules to help you identify them. I also want to remind you that we do not use an apostrophe with plural nouns unless something belongs to that noun. So be very careful. Normal plurals, without anything belonging to them, do not have an apostrophe after the S or before the S at all. Now let's look at some examples so you can understand better. Now look at the first example. The boys have many bikes. There's no apostrophe because boys is the plural form of the word boy. Now look at the second example. The boys' bikes are broken. Now here I put an apostrophe after the S because the bikes belong to the boys. Now look at this example. The dogs have many bones. Dogs is the plural form of the word dog. Therefore, we don't put an apostrophe S. But the dog's bones are tasty. Here I put an apostrophe because the bones belong to the many dogs. Now look at the next example. The girls have new dresses. Girls is the plural form of the word girl, so there's no apostrophe here. But look at the second example. The girls' dresses are new. The dresses belong to the girls, so I did put an apostrophe there. So all normal plurals have S. But what about irregular plurals that do not have S in the plural form? Let's have a look. Now, irregular plurals are words like man, men, woman, women, child, children, person, people, mouse, mice, foot, feet, tooth, teeth. You can clearly see they don't have S in the plural, do they? And also ox, oxen, goose, geese, fish, fish, deer, deer, sheep, sheep, series, series, species, species. These also don't have S in the plural form. Now let's find out what to do with irregular plurals in possessive form. Now if we have irregular plurals, we have to add apostrophe S. For example, I have 2 children. The children's toys are nice. You will notice the apostrophe is before the S, not after the S like normal plurals. You'll also notice that the word toys does not have an apostrophe because toys is just the plural form of the word toy. But the toys belong to the children, so I put the apostrophe S on the word children. Now let's look at another example. the word people is also an irregular plural noun. Now again, I will add apostrophe s to the word people. I saw 5 people. The people's hats fell off. So I put apostrophe s on the word people because the hats belong to the people and people is an irregular plural. But you will notice the word hats does not have an apostrophe on it because hats is just the plural form of the word hat and nothing belongs to the hats. Now let's look at one more example with the word women. I saw 5 women. The women's nails were red. So the nails belong to the women. And because women is an irregular plural which doesn't have its own s, we have to add apostrophe s. You'll also notice that the word nails does not have any apostrophe because nails is just the plural form of the word nail. And nothing belongs to the nails. In fact, the nails belong to the women. That's why my apostrophe s is there. Now, we don't usually use an apostrophe with things that are not living things. Non-living things are called inanimate objects, so they don't usually have an apostrophe s. Let's see an example. The car's window sounds strange because the car is not a living thing. Therefore, we shouldn't really put an apostrophe s. So what should we say instead? We could say the window of the car or the car window without an apostrophe because the car is not a living thing and it would sound really strange to put an apostrophe s on the word car. Now test yourself and put the apostrophes where you think. So pause the video and be very careful which word is singular and which word is plural. So if you remember your spelling, you're in a good position. Now let's check our answers. Wolf is one wolf, therefore I put apostrophe before the s. Wolves is the plural form of the word wolf, if you remember your spelling rules. And it's more than one, therefore I put the apostrophe after the s. Now let's try another one. Pause the video, be careful which one is singular and plural. And now we'll check our answers. You'll notice the word child is one child. Child apostrophe s. And children is an irregular plural. So the apostrophe also goes before the s. I hope you got these right. And good luck.